Hi guys, welcome back to my channel to review the first ODI between West Indies and New Zealand. And before I get into all of that, I was at the game, yes, live, yeah, watching live yesterday, Saturday when we had the first match. But before we get into that, I just want to say I have a bone to pick with the WICB. They had posted on the page, their Facebook page, and also the Guyana Cricket Board had posted that ladies were free. That wasn't the case. I had to pay, I had to stand up in the line. Maybe some of you have seen my video. I had to stand up in the line to get my ticket. If I had known, I was always planning to go to the game, and I usually buy my tickets online. Had I known, I would have done that. So I was angry about that. Uh, all the women in the line as well, they were angry. Every woman you saw in the stands yesterday, they all paid for their ticket. So ladies were not free. Another thing is I was hoping to get myself a West Indies jersey, but I saw nowhere selling it yesterday at the stadium. They had mentioned that it would be sold there, but no jerseys were on sale. So that's another thing. They really need to do more for their fans. It seems as though every time they come to Guyana and I support them, I try to support them, they always do something to make me lose hope and make me want to just be a fan who watches the game online on the TV. When West Indies had a test match against South Africa in 2024, I bought a ticket to the 50. I also went to, I think, the third day as well. So I bought a ticket to the fifth day, and the match didn't last 5 days. And I asked for a refund, never got a refund. So, it's like every time I support, they always do something that makes me shake my head. I don't know why I'm surprised now. Anyway, enough about that. Let me just get into the match. When I heard that we were hosting New Zealand, I thought New Zealand of all. Yeah, there's this. Yeah, you might be hearing the falcock in the background. Not my falcock. It just comes into the yard from time to time. Yeah. Anyway, so New Zealand. I not sure why we chose New Zealand. Um, we need to directly qualify for the World Cup. So I was hoping that since Pakistan was coming, we would have maybe make it another multi-format series like we did with Sri Lanka, and try. We had a better chance of beating Pakistan or even Bangladesh. These teams to directly qualify for the 2027 World Cup. So I was puzzled as to why we offer the opportunity to New Zealand, one of the strongest teams right now, along with Australia. So I know we have to play the best to be the best, but when there's chance where we can actually do that later, during the World Cup or something. Right now, we actually want to fight for our lives to qualify. We should probably play teams closer to us than those higher ranked teams. But anyway, New Zealand, they were coming. They came without some big names. I was really looking forward to seeing Phillips. I don't think I've ever seen him play live, so I was disappointed. They're also missing Rachin Ravindra, and Kane Williamson recently retired, so this wasn't the full strength New Zealand team we're accustomed to seeing. So they came Their first match, they ended up making. I have it here. I'm just gonna go through my notes. Let's see. Yes, they ended up making 267. I the score, it made me have hope that we can chase that down. Anything less than, I think, 270, 280 is good for us. Definitely not 300. And I was expecting before the start of the match for them to make 300. But and with Darren Mitchell there, oh gosh, I call him the wall because every time we play him, well, play New Zealand, and he's there, he makes us work for it. And he's a one man army, I think. So I think that whenever we can get him out early, we stand a better chance. In this case, we did not get him out early. He top scored for in New Zealand's innings. He made 65. The other scorers were Will Young with 49, and the other the rest of the rest of the team, didn't really do much. So I was surprised. I expected a better performance from them. I don't know if it was the traveling. They did play England a few weeks ago. They won that series, the test match. So I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. But I know that instead of coming from New Zealand to the Caribbean, which would have been a very very long flight, multiple flights. My yeah. So they came directly from England, so that was a straight flight to Guyana. So that would have helped, but yeah, they didn't give us a full performance, strong performance, which we love that. So I'm glad West Indies ended up winning that match. Our top scorers were Casey Carty, great return to form, I hope, for him. He made 95. He could have been a little more patient to get that 100. I was really rooting for him to get that, but maybe the next match. Let's hope so. We also had Shea Hope. He made 87. And Aki Magis, 38. They pick up the bowlers for when New Zealand batted first. We sent them into bat. The pick of our bowlers were Azari Joseph. I am so proud of him. I remember I was one of the persons whenever I watched him bowling before he got injured and he was out for a while. I felt that he needed to bowl more full toss, height deliveries, Yorkers, and so forth, and not bowling. He kept bowling them short. I was always like, hit the stump, aim for the stumps. So, on his return to the team, I've been so proud of his performance. He uh, picked up 4 wickets, and before I bet if you went and you checked the archives and his old bowling performances, you would really see bold or LBWs from Ansari. But I'm very pleased with the effort now and the work he has put in. So yeah, 4 wickets from him, and we had the debutant Laws. But Vital Laws, I hope I'm saying it right. I need to learn that name. Yes, picked up 3 wickets. His debut is one to remember, and I hope that we get to see many more celebrations from him. Wickets for every wicket he takes. So. Moti also picked up 2. Moti's a favorite of mine, not because he's Guyanese and I'm Guyanese. I enjoy, I see the work that he is doing, and I will always root for him as well. So, and it doesn't hurt that we share the same birthday. So, yeah, for New Zealand, when we went into bat, their bowlers were well, Duffy started things off, and he was having some trouble with the end that he was bowling from. That reminds me, why haven't we given the name, our stadium, a name, an official name? If I could suggest a name, I would say Clive Lloyd National Stadium. Just throwing that out there, but we should really name the stadium right now. And the ends the bowlers were bowling from, instead of saying southern ends and northern end and so forth, we should name our ends. It would sound better when the commentators are speaking about them. That's just my thoughts on that. Yes, so for New Zealand's bowling, well, nothing really to highlight. They picked up 3 wickets, and Duffy, Lennox, and Bracewell got a wicket apiece. No bowler stood out for me, but we can talk a little about West Indies batting because I was there. I had a chance to see John Campbell and Akeem August open the batting. I'm not sold on this pair. Uh, Before this series, I was one of the persons who had given up on Akeem August. So I'm not sure. He still needs to prove himself to me. Uh, John Campbell, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the batting pair. But who would you choose as an opening pair? I miss Chris Gayle. I felt this pair that we had, they batted slowly. And, we're, it's like New Zealand, they're the opposite of us. Uh, they didn't hit a lot of boundaries. Their innings wasn't spectacular, exciting, but they rotated the strike. Like every time the ball hit the bat, came onto the bat, it was an opportunity for them to take a single. We did not try harder to stop singles, and but we stopped the boundaries. So yeah, but when we batted, it seemed like the opposite. We weren't interested in taking a lot of singles. Um, we had a lot of dot balls. Dot balls is something that we're beginning to. Well, we're not beginning because it's been there since Chris Gayle has been there before, and it seems as though we're not getting better there with the dot balls. So this pair that we had, Geist and Campbell, they batted slowly. We did get to, I think it was, um, let's see. I'm just checking my stats. Yeah, John Campbell was the first wicket down. Uh, they both batted defensively. Then Akim August, when we were 92 for 2 when, that's when we lost him. Casey Carty, he builds a patient innings, but we need to work on our dot ball. That is an issue. It felt as though we actually moved along better when Shea Hope got to the crease. I mean, I think his second ball or so, or one of his first couple of deliveries, he hit for the first 6 that we had in our innings. So, and that's a long time. So that we went without even a 6. And I'm not saying that we only need to hit boundaries because that was the thing of the previous West Indies teams that we had with Chris Gayle and Bravo and so on. That we only dealt with runs in boundaries. I'm not saying that we only need boundaries, but keep the scoreboard ticking and at a fast rate. There's no way why we should have had use up almost 300 deliveries to make this score. It should have been this match should have ended a lot quicker. So there's that. Yes, so I did make some notes. Let's see. I've already touched on most of what I discussed, but I like what I saw in this first match, especially the intent shown from Hope, our best all format player, and the bowlers. We actually managed to bowl out New Zealand, so I'm happy about that. You know, keep taking 10 wickets, guys. And our batting, I hope that we can find the right combinations going forward. I don't know. I think when I looked at the scorecard, it looked weak, and persons on on Facebook they commented that it was weaker batting. Where's the batting? We're missing, Hetmeyer, yeah, for one. But this batting came together well. I'm not sure about Moti batting at number 7. He's a little too high. So what's gonna happen there? We need to have more batters as well. Yeah. But I enjoyed the first match, the first win against New Zealand. I'm sure they're gonna come stronger, and I hope that we are ready for that. To qualify for the World Cup, we will need to win maybe all if we can. Let's aim for that, or win 4 out of 5. And anything less than that, we would need to depend on other teams to qualify. And we do not want to do that. Let's do the work ourselves, guys. So we have the future in our hands, our qualifications in our hands. Let's try to qualify on our own. So let's see. Yeah, so just tell me who would your batting pair, your opening pair be for West Indies? Who would you want to see? Because I think we do need someone who would be attacking, aggressive, like, when other teams are about to face us, they would know that the name suggests that, okay, we will be we'll be in for a fight. This person will take us to all parts of the field and so forth. We will do a lot of running, a lot of fielding with this person. So I think Chris Gale was one of the best opening batters that we had. And I wish that we could find someone who is aggressive, dominant, dominating, would dominate the bowlers, you know, attacking, all these things. So I think we do need to get someone else. I'm not seeing that in the opening pair that we have. So who would you please comment down below and tell me who you would choose for the opening pair? Let's see. Anything I've missed? Yes. So although I watched it live at the stadium, I did get to hear about. Did watch it on the TV a few times on my phone. I'm happy to know that Ian Bishop is back. He was missing. His voice was missing for a while, so I'm glad he's back. Um, I would like to commentate one day for West Indies. That's a distant dream or goal. So, but it can happen. I do have a degree in communications, and I know a lot about cricket, more than most people do on the page, apparently, on the West Indies Facebook page. Not tooting my own horn or anything, but yes. So maybe one day, Cricket West Indies, you can give me a call to commentate. I'm throwing my name in the ring or whatever. Um, I've loved what you've done. You've hired a new social media manager, and we have more content to look forward to on the Facebook page. So I'm enjoying that. I don't know what was happening in the past, but I'm glad now. I didn't like what was happening in the past, rather, but I'm glad now we're getting to see more content. You're communicating with the fans more, but we need to have it. You need to put the correct information out there. Yeah, but I'm here if we'd like to have someone to commentate, or just a 50 minutes in the booth, or I don't mind answering my name there. Let's see. Some other news. I heard that Jason Holder retired from ODI cricket. It is a loss because I did mention in one of my previous videos that I thought he was a multi-format player and he should have been playing in the ODI as well. And I'm disappointed, but nowadays when you hear a player retire, is it you always ask yourself, are they really really retired? Because I do think if someone approaches him about the 20 well next year's ODI World Cup, and maybe Sammy, I'm not sure, ask him to play for us, he might say yes. He's still young, same thing with Ben Stokes. He retired a few weeks ago, and the commentators were talking about what if someone drives up to see you, because he'll still be playing for his local county. So what if someone drives up to see you and ask you Ashes? What would you say? You know. So I think he would come out of retirement to play the Ashes. So like nowadays, when you hear a player retires, are they really retired? I mean, Kane Williamson, I think that's final. Yeah. But like Ben Stokes, Jason Holder, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think they're really retired, or will they come out of retirement, make themselves available if they're asked? So, yeah, so the next match is on Monday. I'm not sure how many persons will be going. After the false advertisement that we had on Saturday with women, with ladies free and so on, and being the first working day of the week, I'm not sure. I would be surprised if we have a crowd, but you know, hoping that I will be watching on the guys and rooting for them, and I hope that they will do well. Yeah, and I think the final one in Guyana is on Wednesday. So after that, they move to Barbados for the final two. So I wish the guys all the best. I will be looking on and celebrating the wins. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and look out for the next video from me. Bye for now.